How are you today? Joyful. Why are we joyful? Because Jesus is in our hearts. Amen. God gives and forgives. Human gets and forgets. God is asking us to realize how generous He is in our life and how generous we are called to be in our relational and our social life. Imagine there was an husband and wife. The husband was kind of noticing that wife was not giving answer or reply to any of his words or statements recently. So he thought his wife is suffering from deafness. He went to the family doctor just to consult about what to do with this deafness of his wife. So the doctor told him, you go home and know how strong, how serious the deafness is. You stand 10 feet apart from your wife without facing her. And just to say something to her. If she does not reply to you, just move towards 8 feet. If she still does not respond, go to the 5th feet. And the third one, if you still don't hear anything from her, just go closer to her and say the same words that you said. Then you would come to know how serious her deafness is. So the man went home and stood 10 feet apart from his wife and faced somewhere else and asked her, honey, what is dinner today? No reply. He moved to 8th one, no reply. 5th feet, no reply. 3rd feet, no reply. Finally, he went close to her and shook her. Honey, I'm asking you, what is dinner today? The wife said, I told you 11 times that today we have meatball. So the deafness is not with the wife, with the husband. Sometimes we think the problem is with the other persons. It's our dire need to examine our own selves. Whether, do I have this spiritual deafness? Do I have selective deafness? Oh, I like to hear all good things from the gospel, but when it demands a serious conversion, reconciliation, change, and sacrifice, I become selective deaf. God is asking us to make our life perfect with the wonderful teachings of the gospel. There are so many beautiful teachings from the gospel today. Loving our neighbor, sharing our gifts, and being generous, altruistic, forgiving, not judging, not condemning. All these beautiful teachings reveal what a Christian to be in a society. A Christian has to be different, unique, and compassionate, empathetic, revealing Jesus to the world. So among all these teachings, I just take only one point for our reflection today. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is a sign of strong and true courage. Only strong people can forgive. Weak people can never forgive and forget. Only strong people can forgive. And forgiveness gives us courage. This getting courage from forgiveness does not mean excusing the behaviors of other people or condoning the activities of other people. Rather, gaining our inner compassion and mercy and inner serenity and peace. By forgiving, we not only help someone feel relieved. By forgiving, I help my own self healed. Forgiveness is the gift to the self. When I forgive, I remove all my baggages and barriers. I feel relaxed and relieved. And I feel that inner peace and serenity which helps me to gain more courage to forgive more. The more I forgive, the more I heal. Of course, it's not easy to forget, but forgiving is a wonderful blessing. Unforgiveness is like I consume the poison and I expect the enemy to die. The poison is here inside of me, that unforgiveness and anger. That would never help the other person or kill the person. That would destroy my own self. Why should I allow my own upper chamber for someone else to live, and they never pay rent, they never help me, they always disturb me, but I still have them in my upper chamber. They keep on disturbing me. That is unforgiveness. Jesus is asking us to relieve ourselves from this unforgiveness and anger. Anger destroys us, forgiveness heals us. Let us be gift to our own selves by this forgiveness to somebody else. When I forgive, it's a healing for both the other and my own self. When I am unforgiving, it's sickness both for the others and my own self. Let us examine our conscience. Let us become healed people, serene people, a blessed people, by removing all those grudges, judgment, condemning, unforgiveness, all those vices of Satan who trap us to be always his addicts and slaves. Jesus is asking us to be his own followers, disciples and apostles through embracing these gospel values wherein we become healed, blessed and saintly. God bless you all. May the name of God be glorified. Amen.